Solo Victory Cash Cup is where a bunch of players are making their first earnings in Fortnite, and with the tournaments already starting, it is the best time to help you guys make your first earnings in Chapter 5. Today I'm gonna be revealing some new information regarding the Solo Cash Cup, and then I'm gonna be giving you some tips and tricks that will help you qualify consistently to the Solo Victory Cup finals. As usual, timestamps are down below, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first, let's talk about the changes done to the Solo Cash Cup in Chapter 5. The first change is that more players will be able to qual to the finals in each region. In EU, it's top 11,500, in NA, top 9,000, in Brazil, Asia and Middle East, top 1250, and in OCE it is top 750. To be honest, this change was expected as the increase in player base will lead to more people playing the Cash Cup. I still appreciate the change because it will give more players the opportunity to make money in the Solo Cash Cup finals. Compared to the last season, we got a change to the points system, which is very important to know. We still got 30 points for a win and 1 point per elimination, but now you get 15 points for capturing the Rift Island and 3 points for each forecast tower you capture. The Rift Island can spawn at these locations that you see on screen right now. Also, it spawns at different times, but in my experience, it spawns mostly when the third circle opens. To get these points, you need to stay on the flag, which is on top of the island, for about 30 seconds. After you do that, you get 15 points, a nice weapon and some shield. Here are the spawns for the forecast towers. In game, you got a total of 3 forecast towers that will spawn. To capture one, you need to kill the boss, which is located near the tower, then take the card dropped by the boss and bring it back to the tower. After you do that, you get 3 points and you will also be able to see the next circle. Now that we have all the important changes to the site, let's talk about what you should do in the early game. The common advice that people will give you is find one landing spot and land there all your games. Now this is a decent advice, but I got a secret strategy that I have been using for a very long time. It works simple. First, you pick a small part of the map with a lot of buildings and chest spawns. When you jump off the bus, you deploy your glider a bit earlier and watch around for enemies. When you see a lot of people going to the building you originally planned to go to, then you just go ahead and land at a nearby building where you're uncontested. This way you can avoid 50-50 fights and can loot better for later on. In case you're still contested, try to get the weapon faster than the other player and get the quick off spawn elimination. Now coming on to the mid game, there are a lot of things that you can do depending on your situation. The first scenario is if you're feeling confident enough with your loot and you need a lot of points urgently, then you can go ahead and try to capture the Rift Island. But you need to be careful, as many people will want to capture it too, making the flag very hard to capture. If you still decided to take the risk, I have a little tip that will help you. You should try to third party the players that are already fighting for the Rift Island. By doing that, they will probably be weak and you can quickly eliminate them and capture the flag. That will give you a total of 15 points, which is just crazy. If you don't want to capture the Rift Island, maybe because you don't want to take the risk, the safer way to play is to rotate that side. By rotating that side, you're avoiding all the players that have already rotated and are now located somewhere in the middle of the map with so much people around them. Here is an example on how to rotate that side. Imagine that the first circle pulls on east. If that happens, it means that the next ones are probably also going to go east, meaning the second one will probably be around here, and then the third one as well will probably pull on east, maybe here, let's say. So all the people from the other cities like Ritzy Riviera, Pleasant Piazza, Snooty Steps and so on will just try and all go to the middle of the map. This will lead them to take in many fights as there are too many people inside this part of the map. So let's imagine you land on Rebels Roost. What you should do is rotate full that side right here. The people from all these cities will already have rotated to the middle of the map, so you just go full that side, and then from here you can just go ahead and enter the circle. Even if you have to take a fight while rotating, there probably won't be any people around to third party. That's why it's called dead site at the end of the day. Of course, you can also try to capture a forecast tower giving you 3 points, but you also need to be careful as there will surely be people wanting to capture it as well. Before I go on to talk about the endgame, I need to give you a very important tip. You need to stop shooting at people for no reason, especially if they're close to you. If you do that, they will probably get mad and double kill you immediately. Only shoot at them when you want to start a fight with them. You also need to think if it's even worth it to take the fight. This of course doesn't apply to snipers as they're super OP and you can easily kill an enemy or deal a huge amount of damage with them. It's important that I let you know that one bad decision can lead you to dying in mid-game, which is just wasting your time and you make pretty much no points. Now that we have that to the side, let's continue with the end game. The end game is the time where you get the most placement points and possibly the most kills, especially in stacked lobbies. Even though you can get a lot of kills, you should definitely be playing for the win. To do that, you're definitely looking to have a grapple blade as it will help you rotate without using any meds that you will need in the end game. At this part of the game, you need to play very smart and you need to have good awareness. This is why you need to be playing scrims. In scrims, the main goal is to practice end games so you can win more games in stacked lobbies. Every pro is practicing scrims each and every day as it is essential to making earnings, especially in today's tourneys where the games are very stacked. Just find a good scrim server in your region and practice there. As said previously, endgame is the stage where you need the most experience, so putting that time in will pretty much guarantee you placing high in the leaderboards. Now, for all the people that have stayed till the last part of the video, I will be revealing some very important secret tips that are the key to qualifying and making money in the Solo Victory Cup. The first secret tip is starting the cash cup 15 to 20 minutes late. This is very important as it will instantly put you in a bot lobby with people who have died off spawn many games and are not as good. This will help you have very good first and second games that will pretty much lead to you qualing instantly. The second key to doing good in every cash cup is playing confident. There are so much players with huge potential that don't qual only because they play scared and with zero confidence. Playing like that will get you 0 kills and will also make the other players think that you're a bad player, which will get you double keyed and griefed instantly. Now this doesn't mean you should double key each player you see, it means that you should be confident in your ability. If you don't want to fight a player for whatever reason, just make sure you're making a bunch of boxes and play very awkward. Now by doing that, you will lead your enemy to making very dumb mistakes, like for example playing too aggressive, and that's the time where you can punish them at the best way possible. Even if you don't do anything, the enemy player will probably end up getting shot from somewhere as the fight will drag on for too long. On the other hand, if you're the W key player, you want to apply pressure and take safe angles. You want to aim to end the fight as fast as possible. I don't know why people are not doing this, maybe because of the nerfs, but you should be jumping in their box, especially when you have a health advantage. You can even watch every pro playing the solo cash cup. I can guarantee you that every single one of them, if they get a health advantage, they're jumping into people's boxes immediately. It's just super broken this season, especially because of the broken SMGs. So make sure you're doing that. So these are all the best tips that I can give you on qualifying and making money in the Solo Victory Cup. If you implement these tips and tricks, you're guaranteed to do much better than before. If this video helped you in any way, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again very soon.
Okay, I walked in looking like a old damn list. So much money on me, told you bitch to hold my shit. Ice on me cold, got me frozen in a bit.